Yo, what's up? Today I'm going to be reviewing the EMP EDC Slender out the front knife. It's a relatively new company, and I went ahead and picked this up with the Warncliffe blade. The purpose of these reviews are not meant to, get any sort of free stuff or collaborate with anybody or anything like that. Bottom line is there's a lot of new products, or even old products for that matter, that are out on the market that there isn't really either any reviews or a lot of honest reviews. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. So we'll just go ahead and get right into it. I've had this for probably about a month now, give or take. For those of you that don't know, EMP is Every Man's Pocket, and then EDC, Everyday Carry. Their goal was supposed to, make high quality products that everybody can kind of afford, hence the Every Man's Pocket, to carry EDC wise, other than like the other competitors, like you would have Benchmade and, Microtech, obviously, the other big players in the out the front knife market. With that being said, the price point of this came in, and I think it was like $159, $160, something like that. So, you're really getting up there pretty close to the price of getting into like a UTX 85 or an Ultratech or something like that. So I understand it is a little bit cheaper, but at the same time, there are a couple of things I would like to go over in this video that, I could have no issue paying that extra bit of money and just getting something from somebody more well-known. Not to say this is a bad knife, because it's not, but I don't see it being a very practical EDC knife. So I'm kind of going to go over the pros and the cons real quick of it. I'm not going to go over weight and dimensions and all that stuff. A, it's on their website, and B, there's already other people that are doing that. So there's just really no point to kind of beat that dead horse. So the pros are going to be the slim size of it. It is a lot thinner than you would get with like a Microtech, Ultratech, or something like that. So when it's in your pocket and you're talking EDC, you're going to have other items on you, whether they're pry bars or defense tools or whatever. And less room in your pocket, the better. You still have to get your keys and all your shit like that in there. At least I do. I don't like carrying stuff on my belt loops or outside of my pants. So especially when I'm at work. So there's that whole kind of thing with it. The other pro is it does feel good in your hand. I have relatively large hands, and it does kind of fit well. I don't have any issues with it slipping. One of the other pros is that it does have a little bit less tension on it than some of the other out the fronts to fire. As you can see, I can do it fairly easily. Whereas, so if you have kind of weak fingers or small hands, I could see that being a plus for you. One of the other issues is it does seem like their customer service is pretty good. Now, with mine, I actually received it with a little bit of damage on it. If you can kind of see the top of the blade right into there, you can see there's some chattering from when they machined it. And there's also a ding right into here. And when I contacted them, I got it this way, I contacted them, and they offered for me to send it back and then they would swap it out and all that. That's not the point. This shouldn't have gone out the door that way. They're not producing the amount of knives that a large company like Microtech would be producing, where you should have QC control issues like that already. They claimed I was the only one that had this problem. I don't know. I got the last Warncliffe that they had, if they kind of threw it together just so that, they could get it out the door, hoping nobody would notice. But I noticed it immediately. But again, it's not that big a deal at that price point. But you are getting close to that $200 range to where, I feel like it could have been better. But their customer service was good. They did offer to swap it out. Another thing about their customer service is they do have videos on how to disassemble and try and fix your knife or clean it and do maintenance on it, which is nice, because they are kind of advocating for you to take things apart and learn them on your own, how things work and all that kind of stuff. So that's nice. I do like the detent ball on the pocket clip. It does seem to work pretty well. But another note on this pocket clip is it is just a screw holding this in. And I've noticed after carrying it that this pocket clip moves. I would have thought there would have been some sort of pin that would have gone into like a, you know, a slot here, and then you put the screw in and it keeps it from moving if they're only going to use one screw. But over time, and it's only been a month, again, it keeps starting to kind of move back and forth. I have to retighten it. That's going to end up being an issue over time. What else? Oh, the anodize on it does feel kind of cheap, kind of shitty, to be honest. It's not really that same quality that you would get on anything else that's going to be high-end anodized like you would get. Again, you know, here's my actual everyday carry. Yeah, obviously you can see it's taking a beating. It's not too bad, but you know, it does have some wear. This thing there's no way it would hold up to me being out on a job site carrying it. My pockets get full of sand and all that, and it just, you know, rubs these things really bad. So I have not been carrying it at work. I've been carrying it outside of work because it'll just be destroyed. I already know. So it is a made in China knife, but again, we're getting close to that price point to where, you know, these things shouldn't be an issue. You should have better anodizing. You know, the pocket clip should have been a little bit more, you know, planned out. The QC overlook on the chattering here and the dimple here. The other thing I don't like is this open slot over the firing mechanism. My pockets, again, as I said, they fill up with sand. I work in the trades, so with this being in my pocket, I can already tell you that is going to open the door for sand and all that kind of stuff getting inside. Obviously, you know, you don't have that issue here. So I think that with this being an, you know, EDC knife, allegedly, that should have also been looked at as well. You know, if your job is to go into an office and sit behind a desk all day and you want to use this to open up letters, whatever, you know, whatever blows your skirt up, that's fine. If you're going to take this out and use it and actually use it as a knife, as an EDC knife, I don't see this thing holding up as far as that goes. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I just wanted to kind of give an actual honest review. I don't think it's a bad knife at all. And if you can only afford 130 bucks and you want a decent out the front, that isn't going to be some, you know, complete charade piece of shit, then, you know, it's not a bad knife at all. I like a lot of things about it. I like how it feels, but I just do not consider this to be EDC quality, which is, considering their name, I mean, you know, to me, it just seems like they could have done better, and hopefully they will. They are kind of new. They are starting up. So you're going to have issues and overlooks, and, you know, you're going to have manufacturing issues, design issues, all these kinds of things. So hopefully with time, things will get better for them. But as it sits now, I personally would not purchase any more products from them until I would to see like a drastic change in their manufacturing and design. But yeah, that's it. I haven't had too many issues with the D2 steel. It seems to be fine. The laser engraving, you can feel it everywhere that it is, which indicates it was done by a cheap machine, which is fine. Again, that's not really a big deal for me. It's not going anywhere. It's in there. But, you know, it's the little things like that, little details that do add up. There was some scratching around where they assembled the screws and stuff like here that you can kind of see a little bit when I did get it out of the box. So that's kind of, again, with the chattering on the blade. It is, you know, could have been avoided, should have better QC. And we'll just kind of see how this thing continues to hold up as I kind of carry it on the weekends and things like that. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.